Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here. So today is Wednesday and I would normally have a ponderous topic for us all to talk about. However, today I want to do something slightly different, and that is share with you guys my gold stack. So I have here in this treasure box, this cheap as chips treasure box I got off eBay. I think it costs like $3.99 or something, and it's holding all this gold. It's quite comic really. But I have all of my kind of pensionable gold stack here, and I wanted to share it with you guys because this time last year I did a kind of full stack video showing predominantly all my silver and a little bit of the gold, and I didn't really have a great deal of gold back then, tiny little bits basically, and a lot's changed since then in terms of my own personal circumstances, in terms of the day job and the relationship that has to Backyard Bullion, and the amount of time and energy I'm putting into the hand poured silver side of things, which is great and I love it, fantastic. However, that has meant a shift in strategies in terms of how I'm investing in precious metals and how I'm sort of stacking precious metals for the future. So I wanted to sort of talk about that and share with you guys the kind of gold stack which I've been working on over the last sort of 18 months or so, and share with you what I've achieved, because I'm quite happy with this. I'm very happy with this. I think it's been a very good kind of last 18 months or year basically that I've been working on this, and all things told, it's going very well. So here we have all of the gold. Now you'll notice, some of you keen-eyed people out there will notice that there are things not on the table which are gold that I've still got. For example, the Proof Queen's Beast quarter-ounce coins, or some of the Proof Sovereigns. Now I have kind of separated those in terms of what I view as short-term investments, shorter-term investments, and then, as I said, pension kind of investments. Now this stack very much represents the kind of pension side of things, so the pension investment of where I want to be in terms of long-term investing. So we're talking 25 years, 30 years hopefully, until that kind of pensionable age, when the decisions will come about what we want to do with the gold, whether it's going to be used as a kind of drawdown pension, so we'll be selling off a certain amount per year and using the proceeds of that to kind of basically live as part of the kind of whole pension package that we're going to be looking to get, or whether we look to sell off as lump sums to help fund maybe buying a nice retirement home, forever house for those sort of later years, or whether it's putting kids through university tuition, all of those types of wondrous things, or maybe just a huge cruise around the world, who knows. So those kind of questions and decisions are what we're going to be looking at. Now in terms of stacking for the 25 years, 30 years, as I said, a lot's changed in my head since we last kind of had this full stack video a year ago. Now last time I had a lot more silver on the table, and I still have a lot of that silver, those silver coins, and you've seen them sort of many times before I get them out and have a play with them. And here is sort of a predominantly, well, here's the box to them. So there's 45 ounces of silver in this box, and as you can see, the difference, 45 ounces in there, that's, the gold silver ratio is what, 75-ish at the moment. I don't think I've got a 3/4 ounce coin or thereabouts, but you're basically looking at, I don't know, let's say 2, so that's half, probably about that. So that is the equivalent of that, huge difference. And if you were to have this kind of much pensionable gold in silver, you'd need, there's a lot in there basically. So this is very much the short-term Backyard Bullion investments. A lot of the silver that I bought will be kept and will be used and maybe melted down one day if the silver prices get to a point where it's cheaper for me to melt those coins than it is to buy silver. Who knows? I'm not particularly emotionally attached to a lot of those coins. It's really just, they are just sort of bullion weight basically. And I've got other sort of silver coins like the Perth Mint Lunar series and the 10-ounce series and things like that. Now back to the point I was making earlier about the sort of proof gold coins. So they're not on the table because they very much form that kind of shorter term strategy where I will be looking to kind of cash in on premiums. So like the proof coins, for example, they will be hopefully sold in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, whoever, I don't know. I mean, it's shorter than the 25 years. When the market point is right, when I feel like I can get my my money that I want out of those, that I'm looking to achieve out of those, then I will. As a safety net, they are made of gold. They will be absorbed into this pension stack if, for example, they're a flop coin, they don't particularly look to achieve premiums, etc. However, when those coins get sold, that's when the sort of premiums and profits from those will be converted back into stuff like this, which is basically bullion grade gold. So yeah, this year's been a really good year for that. I've been buying gold, which I feel is right for me as a collector, as an interest in coins. So you can see I've got quite an eclectic kind of collection of world gold. We've got one of my favourites this year, definitely, is the 50 pesos coin. This was the kind of first big coin that I purchased, and I'm in love with it. I love it, and I think I've inspired quite a few other people to pick this one up as well, because I've seen a few people post on the Silver Forum that they've picked one up as soon as they've come available on Hat and Garden Metals, for example. But I've also been collecting some of the US gold coins. Now you'll probably notice on the table that the $5 gold coin, which I bought at the London Coin Fair all the way back September 2016, isn't on the table. I got it graded with Numistacker, and again that's kind of been put into the coins with a bit of a premium category. So again, when that one gets sold, that one will probably be absorbed back in here, maybe in the form of another $5 gold coin, because I've got now the $10 gold coin, which I picked up at the Coin Fair in September this year. Really do like this coin. I really do love the Liberty Head coins. Absolutely fantastic. And then we have the St. Gulden's $20 Double Eagle. Really happy with that. And in a similar vein, I want, I've got another coin on the wish list, which is basically the Liberty Head $20 gold coin. So hopefully that one will be added in 2018. We shall see. So yeah, in terms of kind of old world gold coins, I've got a good eclectic mix there. Quite happy with the way that's all going. Not paying large premiums on those either. Picking those up for 2-3% over spot through Hat and Garden Metals, Atkinson's Bullion. So very happy with those indeed. Now, an interesting thing I want to talk about is capital gains tax. So we've seen here on the table quite a few different kind of world coins, and I've got we've got 1.2. Call that 1.5, so 2.7, 3.7, call that 4. So we've got 4 ounces of kind of old world gold coins on the table here, thereabouts. But I've also got about 4 ounces of UK sort of gold coins, and they call them silver coins there. And that's because of capital gains tax. So I think it's quite important for me, certainly. If I'm going to be looking at adding 7-8 ounces a year for 30 years, I'm going to have a significant portion of gold at the end of that, and that's important for me to consider capital gains tax, because let's say let's say gold prices are let's call it £4,000 an ounce in 30 years time. If you paid £1,000 an ounce for these, making £3,000 profit per coin, and if you sell all of them in one big lump sum to buy a house, capital gains is going to be an issue. Yeah, for me, buying UK bullion gold is important so that we can actually protect ourselves against capital gains tax. I think that's really, really important. So in terms of goals and strategies for 2018, I will be continuing to add 1 ounce gold coins, certainly from the UK. I'll be continuing along with the Queen's Beast series, most certainly. I really do think that these Queen's Beast series are fantastic. I think they're going to be a winner for the future in terms of premium, but that's just my opinion. I don't think they'll be like huge premiums. I think they'll just have sort of 10% premiums over their metal prices, because I think they're a really, really desirable set, and they look absolutely fantastic, as you can see there. So yeah, that's kind of the goal in terms of the future. Maybe a few other things along the way. If I can pick up some kind of bullion grade sovereigns, I think that's important. It's important, I think, to diversify, not just in terms of type, but also in weight. As you can see here, I've got kind of a good mix of larger coins as well as smaller coins. And if life gets in the way and the situation calls for liquidating some of the gold, if you need just sort of £200 coming out of your gold stack, selling a giant 50 pesos coin is a little bit overkill, so selling one of the Queen's Beast coins or a sovereign is much more manageable. So yeah, there we are. That's the kind of the gold stack to date. That's the pensionable gold stack to date. I think I've achieved quite a lot in this last year in terms of the pension stack. I think it's in a good place. I think it's important to mention as well that this is not my only pension option. I do have other pensions ongoing and pension investments ongoing as well. So if any of you are out there that are looking to invest in gold for pension it's important not to put all your eggs in one basket. But remember, I'm not a financial advisor, so that's not financial advice. So yeah, that's where we are. Put a thumbs up on this video if you liked it. I think it's a really good kind of achievement for me to have had over this last year. So please do support the channel by putting that thumbs up on it. Share it around on social media as well. Also share your thoughts and opinions on the stack, on how it's grown, on what you would buy or what you have bought. You know, that would be very, very much appreciated, because I do like it when you guys share all of your comments and thoughts. But please remember to do so respectfully, and also be respectful of other people's opinions if they were to comment as well. Now guys, if you haven't checked out my 2,000 subscriber giveaway, that is going to be closing on Sunday this coming weekend. So make sure you go over to the original video. Again, there's a link in the description below. You can go and check out that original video and you can enter there. Also, don't forget to go over to my website and check out all of my hand-poured silver. You can see all of the latest pieces which I've been working on. And you know, if you purchase one of them using the code 2000 subs, you'll get entry into a separate prize draw for 2,000 subs giveaway. Otherwise, all that's left for me to say is I hope you guys have a fantastic second half of the week. Thank you so much for watching, and please make sure that you like, share, comment and subscribe for more.